ยอมให้เธอเดินไปกับใครคนไหนฉันจะไม่ยอมปล่อยใครมายืนข้างเธอ
ต้องให้ได้อย่างนี้สิถึงจะสมกับเป็นสามีของ
พูดจาประหลาดท่าทีวิปลาสเป็นชาวกรุงศรี
Top 10 Thailand drama about historical romance. From this list, we are content our pick for Top 10 Thailand drama about historical romance. But wait! If you're watching this video, you should subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out our next update. Guaranteed, you will not lose. Love Destiny. This is a story where karma, merit, love destiny, and the moon mantra combine to fling Kadee Rak, a chubby archaeologist, into the body of another woman during the Ayutthaya era. In the past, the cruel and selfish Kadee was betrothed to date a man who despises her weakness and prefers a kinder woman. In a fit of jealousy, Kadee tries to kill her rival, but ends up and dies instead. While Kadee is suspected, her murderous intentions can be confirmed. So, Dad and his dad perform the sacred situation to punish the killer. At this pivotal moment, Kadee dies and her spirit is replaced by Kadee Rak.
ข้าไม่ได้บอกเองนะเจ้าค่ะคุณป้าแต่คุณพี่บอกมาเจ้าค่ะว่าออกพระท่านบอกมาว่าเวลาปะหน้ากันจะต้องทำท่าด้วย
Thong, the Herbal Master. A romantic comedy set during the reign of Rama V. Thong is an experienced doctor who has trained many people. He has a grandson named Thong who wants to become a traditional doctor. He also studies ancient Thai medicine. One day, Thong isolates himself after one of his patients died and he blamed for his death. He doesn't want Thong to become a doctor and go through the scene. Still, Thong is determined to prove himself to his grandfather. Chaba is tough and fearless girl. She prefers to fight with a sword than do household chores. After meeting Thong's grandfather, she becomes interested in traditional medicine and wants to become a doctor as well. Thong starts teaching her, and although they won't get along at first, they eventually fall in love. Likit Haeng Jan. On the night of a full moon, two people from different worlds that look alike switch place. From the past is Dukeo, a conservative and quiet girl, whereas from the present is Opal, a girl with tomboyish and outspoken.
ใจไม่แพ้พี่
ปวดใจ ปวดใจเรื่องอะไรหรือเจ้าคะ
Nueng Dao Fah Diew. During the reign of King Ekakad in Ayutthaya Kingdom, Meng Mao was the daughter of Ming, a rich man who was the owner of the pepper factory. Meng Mao was also famous in her own right of being mischievous considering she escaped arranged date many times. One time, she ran from arranged date again and coincidentally met Sri Kantin. He didn't like her mischievousness. Meng Mao hated the way Sri Kantin tried to admonish her. Still, she often created chaos around him without knowing he was actually Thong, the son of Suer Thong, who was a notorious dead bandit. Thong disguised himself as a niche in a royal palace in order to investigate his parents' death.
ที่นี่เป็นประตูผี
ฉันรู้เจ้าค่ะ
Klin Kasalong. In her first life, they are twins. The older one was called Kasalong, who was raised by the mothers who taught her to be sweet and gentle. She is also good at Norse dancing and household tasks, since she is a good fellow and natures. everyone compared her to be a godlike. The younger was called Song Pip, who raised by her fathers is cruel and selfish just like him. She was always jealous of Kasalong because she thought that her mothers loved Kasalong more than her. She played the victims in all situations and would go around seducing guys who fell for her. She was the complete opposite of her sisters, even when it comes down simple things like their clothing. Since she was of these values, people always talk ill of her. Both of them tragically die. Song Pip is engulfed in fire due to her anger while Kasalong gets trapped and dies from malnutrition. In the second life, Song Pip was reborn as Pipim Sa, the daughter of the wealthy doctor. She is a confident woman with self-will. She is in different mood all the time. When she is in a good or bad mood, people call her Pompey. She loves her fine secret, but she is insecure about her relationship since she doesn't understand why her fiancé keep making excuses as to why won't marry her. Kasalong is vengeful spirit now, and she helps Pipim Sa remember her past life. She brings Pipim Sa's spirit to Kasalong's body in the past life to let her know about everything and how Kasalong was threatened and harmed until she died, and to also let Pipim Sa know about her mother's love her. Krong Karm. Yoi is the mother of a Thai Chinese family. She has 4 sons. Her eldest Achai comes from the army, bringing the pregnant prostitute Reinu as his wife even though he already have a fiancé Pilai. Yoi can accept this and try every possible way to make him leave Reinu but fails. Unknown to her that Reinu has performed black magic to dye her son's heart. She decides to marry her second son at Thong to Pilai to avoid the same, even though she likes the worker named Chanta and decides to also give Atong the house and store she was supposed to give to her elders. Her third son, Asa, is the kindest. He is handsome, smart, and charming. When Yoi finds out he was feeling for Chanta, she worries he will do like his elder brothers and decide to marry him off into a rich family. Unknown to her that the family is tricking him into marrying their already pregnant daughter to avoid sin. The fourth son, Asi, is still a student. He is spoiled, playful, and doesn't assume responsibility for his actions. He becomes charmed by Reinu's sister when he meets her and tries desperately to court her.
พี่ไลใจเย็นๆก่อนนะพี่ไลนะวางนี่ลงก่อนนะพี่ไล
Ruk Laek Pop. Tells the story of a modern girl's reckless influencer get transported back into the past where he meets his look-alike great-grandfather. To somehow get back into the prisons, he needs his great-grandfather's help. Matters get chaotic when he gets involved in a great-grandfather's love life. If he alters who his great-grandmother is, will cease to exist. Chad Sweep Pun Mungkorn. Set in the 1960s, Songwat was born into Chinese mafia family but was given an opportunity to venture out of dangers by getting adopted by top colonel whose life had saved. Songwat got taken under the influential man's wing and expelled in the police academy until his adopted father withdraws him from his last year at the academy, as well as remove him from the household in order to protect his and his own son's futures and objective. Songwat is given another purpose to adopt that life, live in the shadows and become the clean-up man. During the day, he runs a new and profitable rice factory, and at night, he keeps organized crimes from fighting amongst themselves and clean up after the colonial mess. Sai Lohit. Krong comes from a family with soldiers and has spent most of his life fighting in the battles and war for his country. Dao is the youngest daughter of the prominent village chief, who is very curious and happy-go-lucky as a youngster. Krong's older brother marries Dao's older sister, sealing the connections between both families. Krong meets Dao as a young girl and he spends a lot of time taking care of her, buying her toys and making her own village outings with things to the market. Krong and his older brothers are called away to defend the border, and he promised Dao that he will return to take care of her always as an older brother. Years later, Krong becomes to realize that Dao has grown into a young beautiful maiden, and good feelings that both had feeling for each other from years ago resurface into true love. Kadee Rak Kham Pop. Pucha is an investigator and meets Dunchaya, which happens to be the suspect in poisoning a victim by being the one who made the food. Because of fear, she ran away and Puncha chased her. They were in a boat, and strange thing happens leading them to cross back in 1930. Puncha had to temporarily stop investigations into the case of Dunchaya, and they were looking for the way to back together, but the two were accidentally involved in a murder case. Looking for a way to get back from the prison time to the investigated case about the murders was not as simple as the lead thug. Many killed in a row, and they have to find who is doing it.
ฉันไม่ยอมให้เธอเดินไปกับใครคนไหนฉันจะไม่ยอมปล่อยใครไม่